Okay, Shiro. Now that all the meetings and discussions are done, let's talk about outside the boardroom stuff. Now Tex and I are good with your plan, but you've got to be careful on how you proceed.
You can rely on me, Steve. This is partly my responsibility. But I didn't allow Naoko Hana to come to the United States to join some insane cult. Don't worry, I'll speak to her and bring her into the open. Although I honestly think you should just, let me handle it the old-fashioned way. 2 bullets to the back of the head with a .22.
Ah, thanks no, Mr. Torihada. While I'm sure that would work and everything, you shouldn't. Well, you don't want to come down to their level. I trust you and your methods to solve this problem for us all. Thank you again.
You're welcome, Steve. Anything to help my RWL friends. But between you and me, I think you should just let me, shoot her.
You're insane, Shiro. Let's meet up after the show. Grab some great food.
Alright fans, welcome back to the second half of tonight's RWL Rage in Houston. Don Hickson here, along with Christy Ogilvie and Myron Schimmelman. And the second half, we've got 3 more exciting matchups on tap. And every single one of them is going to be amazing.
We start off with a great tag team match. Then we got Dynamite Jeannie Parker defending the Women's World Championship. And then American Supreme Matt Clark, the World Heavyweight Champion, is going to be in action against Booker T.
Awesome sauce. We haven't seen Booker T for a long time. He got injured by Colonel De Beers last year, remember? But it's great seeing Booker T back on the scene.
It certainly is, Christy. And we're starting off the second half of tag team action with Sergeant Slaughter and the Patriot joining forces against Wanton J. Vandal and his brother Vicious Ace, the Vandal Brothers.
Oh, that's going to be good. The Vandal Brothers with Ferrantino. They've been hot.
Our second half opening tag team match is scheduled for 1 fall with a 20-minute time limit. Coming down the aisle, at a combined weight of 540 pounds, Sergeant Slaughter and the Patriot, the Cobra Corps.
Well, sir, will you listen to that crowd? The crowd here in Houston, warmly welcoming Sergeant Slaughter and the Patriot, the Cobra Corps, in this tag team second half card opener against the Vandal Brothers.
It's gonna be a tough road for Sarge and the Patriot, cause Myron's right. The Vandal Brothers have been on a roll, and MJ Ferrantino has been making all the right moves with the Vandals. Now, I hear he's set to start signing Haas Tull and Dr. Zodiac and the Texas Hangman to more tag matches. Mr. Wiz Kid, the mathematician, is branching out this year.
Their opponents, accompanied by manager MJ Ferrantino from Vandalsburg, Pennsylvania, at a combined weight of 666 pounds, Wanton J, and Vicious Ace Vandal, the Vandal Brothers.
MJ Ferrantino certainly proving himself to be the soothsayer around here, as he and the Vandal Brothers have made major advancements in 2025 so far. And now tonight, he's slated the Vandal Brothers to go up against the Cobra Corps. It's my understanding he's already got the Vandal Brothers booked into a match for the Japan tour.
It's the gospel truth, Don. The Vandal Brothers are signed to face the Japan 5-star tag team champions Professor Toru Tanaka and Mr. Fuji in a Tornado Tag Hardcore match.
Sounds wild. Yeah, Ferrantino here's definitely been making some major moves to elevate his stable's game this year, and the Vandals have been plenty hot, so I can't say I'm holding out a whole lot of hope for the Cobra Corps.
I think Sarge and the Patriot have always got a fighting shot, but it's a long shot this time.
All right, it's the Patriot going up against Wanton J. Vandal to begin this tag team matchup. The referee sounds the bell. The men come center ring. They lock up, collar and elbow. Headlock takedown by the Patriot. Center ring on Wanton J. Vandal. Jay gets himself free. Back on his feet, the Patriot lines up the arm into a hammerlock, but Wanton J with a couple of hard shots to the midsection. Locks it up. Counter kick by the Patriot. Quick takedown. The Patriot moves in on Wanton J, knee to the head. The Patriot, in control of Wanton J. Vandal, drives a knee into the head of Jay. Look at this, the Patriot snaps the arm of Wanton J. Vandal, and he steps out. In comes Sergeant Slaughter. And oh boy, business just picked up. Sarge, from behind, elbow from Wanton J. Vandal. Goes behind in a rear waist lock on the Sarge. Up, oh, look at this. Slams him down. Hard shot, oh man. Wanton J. Vandal trying to regain control of the situation here. Sergeant Slaughter thrown into the turnbuckle. Counters, cheap shot from Ace Vandal. From behind, rear waist lock from Wanton J. Back into the corner goes the Sarge. And here's a tag and a double team from the Vandal brothers. Sarge whipped to the ropes. Back body drop for Sergeant Slaughter. Whoa, man. Ace Vandal going absolutely berserk on the Sarge. Discus punch takes Sergeant Slaughter down again. Wanton J. Vandal tagged in as the Patriot is tagged in simultaneously. J. Vandal countered by the Patriot into a roll with a pin. 1, 2, but no. Wanton J. Vandal rolls to the outside. The Patriot, here he comes, and whoa. J. Vandal catches a series of rights, a series of kicks from the Patriot, who is performing admirably this evening. Into the barricade goes Wanton J. Vandal. Jay again meeting the barricade, courtesy of the Patriot. The Patriot makes his way back inside the ring. The referee counting Wanton J. Vandal on the outside. Now the Patriot moves in on Ace Vandal. Hung up on the rope and down onto the floor goes vicious Ace Vandal. Wanton J. Vandal makes his way back inside the ring. The Patriot right there takes him down. The Patriot. Look at this. Sergeant Slaughter getting involved here. Wanton J. Vandal almost suplex Sergeant Slaughter. Now a trap squeeze from the Patriot, blocking the blood flow to the brain of Wanton J. Vandal. Jay catches a kick to the leg from the Patriot. The Patriot turns him over, turns him back, sets it up, stomp to the lower abdomen for Wanton J. Vandal. J. Vandal catches a series of lefts and rights, leaving him doubled over in pain. The Patriot returning to the ring, going after Ace Vandal again. This time it's the Patriot hung up on the rope. Sergeant Slaughter goes after Wanton J. Vandal. Ace Vandal hung up by the Patriot. And now everybody's back in the ring. J. Vandal counters, gets back to his feet. A series, look at this, up low. Nice scoop slam from Wanton J. Vandal. Jay rounds him up, running power slam center ring for the Patriot. Wanton J. Vandal, look at this. The arrogance of the Vandal brothers, much to the delight of M.J. Ferrantino. And honestly, to the delight of many fans. J. Vandal all the way up on the top rope. The Patriot just about stood up here. Double axe handle finds the mark across the head of the Patriot. J. Vandal covers, hooks the leg. 1, but just the 1. The Patriot powering out of the pin. They lock up. J. Vandal slams the Patriot into the turnbuckle again, but the Patriot countering and escaping. The Patriot with another nice counter. Wanton J. Vandal on the receiving end of the business here. Head first into the buckle he goes. And here's Sergeant Slaughter. And here's the double team from the Cobra Corps. J. Vandal goes for the ride. Back body drop as Sergeant Slaughter takes control of this match. Sarge on the outside. Wanton J. Vandal being countered by the referee, Ace Vandal. being brought in the hard way by the Sarge. Clubbing overhand. Shot to Ace Vandal. Jay Vandal brought back into the ring by the Patriot. Sarge delivers a right, a headlock punch. Wanton Jay Vandal counters. Locks up Sergeant Slaughter. Whips him into the far corner. Running clothesline. Down goes the Sarge. Jay Vandal makes his way to the outside. Makes his way towards Sergeant Slaughter. Rounds him up. German suplex on the outside on the floor. Again, the referee counting. Jay Vandal paying him no mind whatsoever. Cross-body splash to Sergeant Slaughter. Wanton Jay Vandal certainly feeling the advantage here. Sarge counters with a headbutt. Sergeant Slaughter with a hard shot to the midsection of Wanton Jay Vandal rolls him back inside the ring. Ace Vandal getting involved here with Sarge. Winds up over Sergeant Slaughter's shoulders, head first into the apron. Went Jay Vandal. Sergeant Slaughter back inside the ring now. Rounds up Jay Vandal. Escorts Jay towards his team's corner, head first into the turnbuckle. Here's the Patriot on the tag. And here's the double team once more. Jay Vandal taking another back body drop as the Patriot assumes control for his team. Look at this. Whoa, quick clothesline from one Jay Vandal on the Patriot. Kick to the midsection. The Patriot all the way up here. Jay Vandal with the power bomb and the pin. One, and just the one. The Patriot. Oh, Sergeant Slaughter gets hung up with a jumping neckbreaker from Ace Vandal. Jay Vandal rounds up the Patriot. Dominator. Slammed down hard. The Patriot getting to his feet, but Jay Vandal right there waiting for him. Pendulum slam face first cover. One. Sergeant Slaughter breaks it up and catches another neckbreaker from Ace Vandal. The Vandal brothers absolutely dominant at the present time. Wanton Jay Vandal all the way up to the top, but changes his mind. Look at this. Check out Wanton Jay Vandal. The Patriot. Oh, Sergeant Slaughter nails him with a cheap shot. The Patriot whipped to the ropes, duck under, and a power slam. Center ring for the Patriot. Wanton Jay Vandal with a stomp. And here comes Ace Vandal. Ace Vandal goes after Sergeant Slaughter, takes him down to the floor. Makes his way out to the ring, going after the Patriot. Returning the Patriot to the ring. And vicious Ace Vandal doing a little bit of showboating out there on the apron. That's going to cost him. The Patriot with a shoulder thrust puts him on the floor. Hung up on the top rope goes Wanton Jay Vandal as well. The Patriot with a salute for the fans. And here comes Ace Vandal. The Patriot catches a knee to the midsection. Locks up Ace Vandal. Ace Vandal with another knee. Whips the Patriot to the ropes. Elbow takes the Patriot down to the canvas. Cover. One. Sergeant Slaughter right there to break it up. Ace Vandal cursing out the Patriot here. Sergeant Slaughter comes in on the tag. Shoulder tackle takes down Ace Vandal. Ace Vandal back to his feet, misses with the right. Sergeant Slaughter ducking and weaving over here, but here we go. Ace Vandal with the Sarge way in the middle of the air. And down he comes. Dropped like a stone. Sergeant Slaughter counters back to his feet. Ace Vandal catches a headlock punch from the Sarge. Sergeant Slaughter from behind, rear waistlock. Head-on collision with no result. Ace Vandal whips the Sarge to the ropes. Sergeant Slaughter quickly puts on the brakes, but quickly hauled to the other side of the ring as Wanton Jay Vandal is now tagged in. Jay locks up the Sarge, whips him to the ropes. Another power slam and another pin. One, but just a one. Wanton Jay Vandal wonders what he's got to do to put the Sarge away here. Whip to the ropes again, but no dice. Sarge with a clothesline. Takes down Jay Vandal, cover one, and only a one. Ace Vandal breaks up the pin. Jay locks up with the Sarge. Has him up. Whoa! Pitched him halfway across town. Jay Vandal with a discus punch. Right out of the Von Erich playbook. Sergeant Slaughter counters with a kick. Follows it up with a stomp. And now Sergeant Slaughter. Here we go. Into a submission. And this could be catastrophic. Whoa, look at this. Jay Vandal having to make his way out. The Patriot preventing Ace Vandal from making the save. And now it's total chaos with everybody in the ring. The Patriot with a hard shot to the midsection. Sergeant Slaughter with the Bulldog. Covers Jay Vandal. One. Ace Vandal again breaking up the pin. The Patriot going after Ace. Ace whipped to the outside. Jumping neckbreaker from Wanton Jay Vandal on the Sarge. And now the Patriot also being shown the door. Sergeant Slaughter with a knee. Jay Vandal whips Sarge to the ropes again. And another power slam. And another pin. One. And again Sergeant Slaughter. Extremely resilient this evening. Taking quite a pounding. Oh, look at this. More arrogance from the Vandal brothers, who have held it down for more than half of the time limit on this match. Jay Vandal countered with a back body drop by Sergeant Slaughter. Sergeant Slaughter countered with a jawbreaker. Another jumping neckbreaker from Wanton Jay Vandal. Sergeant Slaughter making his way. Whoa, wicked kick. Takes the Sarge down. And he may be out of it. Jay Vandal drives a knee into the mat, rebounds off the ropes, and boom! Cross-body splash to Sergeant Slaughter, who is near the opposing team's corner and in a lot of trouble at the present time. Head first into the turnbuckle. Here comes Ace Vandal, and here comes the double team again. And another back body drop for Sergeant Slaughter. Ace Vandal with a clothesline over, oh man, over the top rope out onto the floor went the Sarge. The Patriot hangs Ace up on the ropes as Sergeant Slaughter returns to the ring. The Patriot, look at this. Ace Vandal slams him into the apron. Absolutely ruthless. The Vandal brothers, known for their ruthlessness, but wow. Sergeant Slaughter hung up again by Wanton Jay Vandal. Sarge going after Jay, but getting hung up yet again. Ace Vandal taking his time returning to the ring. Sarge bringing Wanton Jay in the hard way again. Another clubbing shot to the back. Ace Vandal clubbing blow to the chest of Sergeant Slaughter. Ace Vandal, hard right, spins the Sarge around. Sarge quickly countering. Couple of hard shots. And from behind, classic wrestling takedown from Sergeant Slaughter. Sarge, another hard right that spins Ace around. Another wrestling takedown from the Sarge. Sergeant Slaughter doing it old school here as the Patriot comes in on the tag. Ace Vandal not responsive at the present time. The Patriot may be ready to wrap this thing up. And here we go. Look at this center ring into a sharpshooter. Ace Vandal with nowhere to go. Jay Vandal breaks up the submission, saving the match for his team. The Patriot, maybe he's had enough goals for the cover. One. Wanton Jay Vandal making the rescue again. Sergeant Slaughter eyeballing Wanton Jay Vandal. Ace Vandal catches a knee from the Patriot. The Patriot winds up the arm again into the hammerlock, but hard shots to the midsection. Ace Vandal rounds up the Patriot. He's got him all the way up. Look at this. The power of the Vandal brothers. Down goes the Patriot. And again, look at this. Another deadlift military. Oh, wow. Ace Vandal doing quite a bit of showing off here. at the expense of the Patriot. In this match, with less than 5 minutes to go and no sign of a clear winner, I don't know what to tell you. Wanton J. Vandal moving in on the Patriot. The Patriot in big trouble. The Patriot counters, escapes the corner. J. Vandal evades the basement dropkick. Whips the Patriot to the ropes and another power slam. Simple but effective methods from Jay and Ace. MJ Ferrantino definitely having some influence here. A jumping neckbreaker. Another cover, one, but Sergeant Slaughter making sure the pin doesn't stick. Ace Vandal off the ropes, crushing cross body splash to the Patriot. Ace Vandal determined to try and nail this one down with the Patriot. The Patriot locks up. Ace Vandal has him up against the ropes. And look at this. The Patriot, done being polite, choking. Ace Vandal with the top rope as he steps out and turns it over to Sergeant Slaughter. Ace Vandal rounds up the Sarge, headlock punch, a clubbing overhand right, another, and a double axe handle, and another. Down goes the Sarge, finally. And look at this. Whoa! Nasty suplex from Ace Vandal. Now Sergeant Slaughter in some serious trouble on the wrong side of town. Rounded up by Ace Vandal. Ace has him up in that cradle position. Fall away slam from Ace Vandal. And again, another deadlift military press from Ace Vandal on Sergeant Slaughter. And down comes the Sarge. Face first into the canvas. Wanton J. Vandal, now tagged in with less than 2.5 minutes to go, goes after the Patriot's shoulder tackle. Takes the Patriot to the floor. Referee Walt Rothburn counting Sergeant Slaughter. J. Vandal pitched into the barricades by the Sarge. Sergeant Slaughter drives a knee into the head of Wanton J. Vandal. Hard right spins Jay around. Another hard right to the back from the Sarge. And Sergeant Slaughter has him up. Atomic drop for Jay Vandal. Sergeant Slaughter putting the boots to the head of Wanton Jay. MJ Ferrantino right in the thick of things somehow, avoiding injury. Another atomic drop for Jay Vandal from Sergeant Slaughter. Ferrantino might be debating getting involved, might not be a good thing. Jay Vandal makes his way back inside. Ace Vandal taken down by Sergeant Slaughter. MJ Ferrantino looking a bit uncomfortable. Now we've just got a shade over a minute to go here. We could end in a time limit draw at this point. The Patriot taken down again. Sergeant Slaughter returns to the ring. Jay Vandal whips him to the ropes. Head-on collision with no result. Sarge whipped to the ropes again. Jay Vandal missing the bus on that one. The Sarge puts on the brakes, clothesline. Takes down Jay Vandal. Sergeant Slaughter stalking Jay. Winds him up. Cobra clutch. Sergeant Slaughter takes him down to the mat into the submission. Jay Vandal in a whole heap of trouble right here. And that is it. He is tapping out. It is all over. Sergeant the Patriot defeat the Vandal brothers by submission.
The time, 19 minutes and 26 seconds. Your winners by tap out, Sergeant Slaughter and the Patriot.
Wow. That was just so badass. The Vandals almost took Sarge and the Patriot to a time limit draw, but with just 34 seconds left, Sarge slaps on that Cobra clutch on Wanton J. Vandal, and it was all over. Incredible buzzer beater win for the Cobra Corps, but hey, the Vandal brothers have nothing to apologize for. They took the Cobra Corps to school tonight, but the match just didn't go their way.
When we return, Dynamite Teeny Parker.
Well, vacation time don't last forever. It's back to the grind for the Queen. I'm due for my next title defense, and I kicked out here with an open challenge right. And guess who knocks at the damn door? Asia Kong, or Awesome Kong, or Karma, or whatever Eliza the Warrior Princess is calling herself these days. Yeah, bet your double white ass I'll sign for a title match. Big secret. I never liked you, and I never thought we'd see you back here after Dion pitched you off a stage 10 years ago. So I'm signing this one because I know I'm gonna kick you all over that ring and retain the women's world title all at the same time. It's a win-win. I beat your sorry ass a year ago, and I'll do it again. Boom goes the dynamite. Heifer, see you there.
Unusually harsh words from the women's world champion, the Queen Dynamite Jeannie Parker, against Asia Kong, making her RWL return tonight, and accepting the open challenge from Dynamite Jeannie Parker for the Women's World Championship. Well, there she is, after well over a year away, Asia Kong, and Asia Kong toting a baseball bat to ringside for this Women's World Championship match with the Queen Dynamite Jeannie Parker. And I doubt very highly that Asia Kong is going to actually use that bat in this matchup.
Oh, of course she isn't on. It's all for show. Asia Kong's come back to the Ladies Legends division after, just about a year's hiatus. So, she's got to demonstrate to everyone how tough she is. Okay, so maybe this ain't the way to make a good first impression, but Kong is facing Jeannie Dynamite for the biggest prize in the ladies division. Hell, I'm surprised she didn't roll in with a tank like Shotzi Blackheart.
What are you talking roll in with a tank? Asia Kong is practically a tank.
One-third of the ladies tag trio champion, Les Femmes Fatales, and the women's world champion, the Queen, the sexy soul sister of the Squared Circle, Dynamite Jeannie Parker, making her way down the ring. And look at her with those two belts and dressed to the nines, looking absolutely resplendent for this matchup with Asia Kong. Jeannie Parker issuing an open challenge for her 78th title defense. And yes, indeed, it was Asia Kong who came knocking at the door.
But if you know anything about this stuff, which I do, Jeannie's gonna have a very tough time. You gotta keep in mind, she's used to throwing around girls that are a lot smaller than she is. Asia Kong, well, almost 275 pounds. She outweighs Dione the Titaness by 10 pounds. Think about that. Asia Kong's a brute. Dynamite Jeannie Parker's gonna be tested to her limits tonight.
She ain't scared of Asia Kong. She's beaten her before, just like she said. I don't see Asia Kong as the new women's world champion anyway.
This next match is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit, and it is for the RWL Women's World Championship. The challenger from Tokyo, Japan, here is Asia Kong.
I don't know, but just looking at Asia Kong, I've got a feeling that Jeannie Parker's probably going to have one of her toughest title defenses ever.
Her opponent from Richmond, Virginia, she's an RWL Women's Dual Champion and the reigning Women's World Champion, the Queen. Dynamite Jeannie Parker.
I think Jeannie already knows what's in store from Asia Kong, who's not too crazy about Jeannie Parker either. I can't call a winner, and I'm favoring the champ, of course, but Asia Kong is no pushover.
It's Jeannie's 78th title defense, and she couldn't have picked a tougher opponent.
The women's world champion always living life outside the comfort zone. Asia Kong proving to be a definite challenge for the Queen this evening. With the women's world title on the line, the bell sounds, the ladies come center ring. Asia Kong with a series of rights backs Jeannie Parker towards the corner. Into a claw, a brain claw from Asia Kong. But Jeannie Parker forcing her way out, back on her feet. Jeannie Dynamite whips Asia Kong out onto the apron. A hard right hand, and another. Asia Kong absolutely unmovable. Jeannie Parker gonna deliver the beat to the Bodran. 10 solid punches to the chest of Asia Kong, who's gonna collapse like a house of cards. Right down on the floor, there she goes. Jeannie Dynamite all the way up on the top rope. Asia Kong getting to her feet. The referee counting, double axe handle. Finds the mark across the head of Asia Kong. Jeannie Dynamite, whoa! With a wrist clutch knee to the face of Asia Kong. The referee counting. Jeannie Dynamite completely indifferent to the referee's count. Completely focused on working on Asia Kong into a heel hook stretch. Working on the legs of Asia Kong. Not a bad strategy from the Women's World Champion. Jeannie Dynamite rolled back into the ring by Asia Kong. Kong makes her way back inside. Jeannie Dynamite right there. Look at this. What a leg drop across the back of the neck of Asia Kong. Jeannie Parker with a stomp to the back. Jeannie Dynamite with a stomp to the lower abdomen of Asia Kong. Jeannie Parker absolutely talking trash to Asia Kong. These ladies definitely not fans of one another. Jeannie Dynamite all the way up to the top, all the way down with the elbow across the chest, going for the cover here. 1, 2, and a near fall for Jeannie Dynamite, but Asia Kong finding her way out. Jeannie Dynamite stretching the arm of Asia Kong. A stomp to the chest. Asia Kong back to her feet. Whoa! Jeannie Dynamite walking into a brick wall right there. Rolling elbow across the chest of Jeannie Parker. Asia Kong, a devastating right hand. Takes Parker down. She rolls to the outside. Asia Kong has Jeannie Parker up over the shoulder and head first into the barricade for Dynamite Jeannie Parker. Asia Kong drops the leg on the arm of the Women's World Champion. The referee counting. Asia Kong can't win this match or the title on the outside. Jeannie Dynamite pitched towards the timekeeper's area. Asia Kong extremely aggressive here. Drops the leg on the arm of Jeannie Parker again. Asia Kong with a left and a right and a jab. A shot to the midsection, a kick, and a double axe handle across the back of Jeannie Parker, a clubbing right. And Jeannie Parker hits the floor. Dynamite Jeannie Parker in a whole heap of trouble here as Asia Kong rolls her back inside the ring. The referee stops the count. Jeannie counters very quickly, right back up to her feet. Locks up with Asia Kong. Asia Kong with the advantage. Drives Jeannie Parker's head into the turnbuckle. A hard right hand from Asia Kong. And now a kick delivered to the leg of Dynamite Jeannie Parker. Asia Kong gathers her up again. Jeannie Parker up against the ropes. Asia Kong delivers a chop. And look at this, a blatant choke using the top rope on Dynamite Jeannie Parker. Asia Kong with a couple of lefts and a right. Locks up, whips Parker to the ropes. Double chop takes Parker down. Asia Kong trying to rally some support here for a future Women's World Champion. And it could very well happen. Leg drop across the arm of Dynamite Jeannie Parker. Jeannie Dynamite failing to mount any offense for quite some time now as Asia Kong presses the advantage. Asia Kong mercilessly working on the arms of Dynamite Jeannie Parker. The Women's World Champion struggling to get back to her feet. Asia Kong with a series of shots. Oh, whoa, no, man. Slam to the canvas goes down the Women's World Champion. Jeannie with a hard shot to the midsection, goes behind, rear waistlock, German suplex with a pin. 1, but no. Jeannie Dynamite rallying the fans here. Running clothesline, down goes Kong. Rebound off the ropes. Back body drop. Almost 275 pounds. Slam to the count. Spine buster from Dynamite Jeannie Parker. The women's world champ. All the way topside here. Asia Kong making her way to her feet. Another double axe handle from Dynamite Jeannie Parker. Jeannie stalking Asia Kong. Kong don't know where she is. Here we go. Knee to the head and a clothesline. And down goes Asia Kong again. Kong rounded up. And there's Jeannie with that hard right hand across the face of Asia Kong. Kong rolls to the outside. Jeannie Parker moves in for the attack here. Stalking Asia Kong. Goes behind, rear waistlock. Rolls Asia Kong back inside the ring. Jeannie Dynamite moves in on Asia Kong. Hard overhand right. Sets her up into a bear hug. Look at the power of Jeannie Parker, but the ropes are right there. Jeannie Parker having to disengage the whole slam. Face first to the canvas by Asia Kong. Quickly going for the cover. One. And just a one. Asia Kong with another series of shots. And a clothesline that takes Jeannie down to the mat. Jeannie Parker seated in the far corner. Asia Kong putting the boots to the women's world champion. And Jeannie Dynamite looking to be in big trouble. Jeannie countering the spinning back fist of Asia Kong. Asia Kong takes Jeannie Parker down. Goes behind. German release suplex from Asia Kong going for the cover. 1, 2, and a near fall for Asia Kong. We just about almost had a new women's world champion. Both ladies on the outside. Jeannie Parker slams the head of Asia Kong into the apron. Dynamite Jeannie Parker locks Asia Kong up. Manages to get her back in the ring. Jeannie Parker doing a little showboating for the front row fans here. Makes her way back inside the ring. Asia Kong rolls out of the way. Whips Jeannie Parker to the ropes. Goes behind. German suplex from Asia Kong. Asia Kong trying to regain control of this matchup. Jeannie Parker counters with a kick. Locks up. Oh, look at this. Jeannie Parker. Boom goes the Dynamite pile driver. Jeannie covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. And Jeannie Dynamite does it again, defending the Women's World Championship from Asia Kong.
The time, 8 minutes, 2 seconds. Your winner, and still RWL Women's World Champion, Dynamite, Jeannie Parker.
Oh man. Jeannie had me going for a little while there. Asia Kong looked super aggressive tonight against Jeannie Dynamite. Kong even managed a couple of near falls, but the Queen prevails again, and is walking out of Houston, still the women's world champion. She's got to feel great about this win.
Absolutely, she's got to feel great about it. I mean, Asia Kong, like I said, no pushover. And she definitely gave Jeannie a rough time. But in the end, Jeannie Dynamite, like she usually does, comes up a winner and retains the women's world title.
And we'll be back with our main event with American Supreme Matt Clark when we return from the break. RWL's new World Heavyweight Champion making waves since his arrival. American Supreme Matt Clark defeating the Mexican monolith Warlord Santos to become the World Heavyweight Champion for a 7th time. And tonight, in a non-title matchup, going up against the legendary Booker T in a one-on-one main event contest.
Tonight's non-title Rage main event is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from right here in Houston, Texas, weighing 236 pounds, here is Booker T.
You know what Tex would hear, he'd be screaming fire, right? Booker T, the five-time World Heavyweight Champion. Back after a long time. Last time we seen him, Colonel De Beers injured him, and he hasn't been back since. But Booker T, back tonight, and in this main event, this non-title match against American Supreme Matt Clark. Wow, it is nice to see Booker T back in action again.
You know, Myron, whenever I look at Booker T, I always think of his earliest days as one half of Harlem Heat with Stevie Ray back in the days of World Championship Wrestling. Indeed, it is nice to see Booker T back in the saddle again, as it were.
And his opponent accompanied by Crystal Gabor from Smithfield, North Carolina, weighing 265 pounds. He's one half of the television tag team champion Southern Gentlemen and the reigning RWL World Heavyweight Champion, American Supreme, Matt Clark.
Matt's got a comeback story and a half that brings him to tonight's match, and fans have welcomed American Supreme back as World Heavyweight Champion with open arms, because he did what no one else could do by beating Warlord Santos 1-2-3, fair and square in that ring. Matt's always had loyal fans, but it seems nowadays he's picking up some new ones.
American Supreme was the face of this company between 2012 and 2020, but he is back with a vengeance and looking better than ever.
Well, he sure is challenging himself, going after a matchup with Booker T. Clark isn't playing around.
And it's definitely one of the strongest comebacks that I've seen in a long time. Listen to that crowd. American Supreme Matt Clark. He's got this place in the palm of his hands all over again. It is terrific having American Supreme back, let me tell you. Almost certainly a main event for the books here. Nice to see Booker T back in harness one more time, going up against American Supreme Matt Clark in this non-title main event. Referee Walt Rothburn rings the bell. Collar and elbow tie-up. Matt Clark has him up, backbreaker. Booker T laid out already. Matt Clark drops the leg on Booker T. Booker T catching a right to the back of the head from Matt Clark. Matt Clark quickly countered with a kick to the midsection by Booker T. Booker T whips Clark to the ropes. Spinebuster from Booker T. A clubbing overhand right. And Matt Clark already out. Whoa, my, look at that. Over the top rope and right on to Matt Clark went Booker T. Another clubbing overhead right. And Matt Clark on the outside with the referee counting and in big trouble. Oh, look at this, Booker T. Doing that showboating here. We might see a spinneroonie or two. Matt Clark in big trouble here. Crystal Gabor looking on with some concern for her fella as Booker T begins to put the boots to American Supreme. A hard chop across the chest. Booker T pitches Clark towards the timekeeper's area, nails him with an elbow in the head. Booker T most aggressive here and going to work on American Supreme Matt Clark irregardless of the referee's count. Booker T just delivering every possible attack he can on the outside while the referee counts to his count of 20. Booker T running out of time here. Clark back to his feet. Booker T moves in. Matt Clark counters with a kick. He'll lock up again. Whoa! Nicely done by American Supreme. Quickly makes his way back inside the ring. Booker T follows him inside. They lock up again. Booker T locks up with Clark. Has him up, nails him with a backbreaker. Payback for the backbreaker earlier. Draws a knee into the head of American Supreme. Booker T. Whoa! American Supreme with a Luthez press and pistoning hard right hands on the head of Booker T. Cover one and just a one. Booker T powering out with the greatest of ease here. Matt Clark. Power slam out of no place with another cover. One. Absolutely amazing. Matt Clark coming back most aggressively here. Booker T whips Clark to the ropes. Clark nails him with a clothesline. Drives a knee into the head of Booker T. American Supreme moving in on Booker T. Outside on the apron, Matt Clark joining him on the outside here and taken down by Booker T. Rather cleverly, I might add. Booker T. showboating to the fans. Matt Clark doing likewise. Both these guys want to win this match. Booker T nails Clark with a clothesline. Clark rolls to the outside, makes his way back inside, locks it up with Booker T. Drives a knee into the midsection of Booker T. American Supreme rounds him up. They lock it up again. Booker T with another spine buster on Matt Clark. And again, the momentum has shifted between these two for quite some time. And now it's all about Booker T. Head first into the turnbuckle goes Clark. A chop across the chest from Booker T. Matt Clark counters, escapes the corner. Clark takes down Booker T. American Supreme rounds Booker T back up, winds up the arm, takes him down, and stomps the shoulder. Matt Clark rounds up Booker T again. Booker T whipped to the ropes. Clark draws a knee. Kitchen sink knee right into the midsection of Booker T. Clark on the middle rope. Down comes the knee across the chest of Booker. Count. 1, 2, but just the two. Again, Booker T averting disaster here. Matt Clark rounds Booker T up yet again. Up over the shoulder we go. And straight head first into the turnbuckle. Clark drives another knee into the head of Booker T. Rebound off the ropes. Leg drop from American Supreme Matt Clark. And Crystal Gabor got to be pleased with the progress right here of American Supreme. Booker T counters with an elbow. Locks up Matt Clark. Has him up, but Matt Clark counters it into a DDT. And Booker T just nailed with that one. Matt Clark takes Booker T down again. Booker T now in big trouble. Clark takes himself all the way up to the top and comes down and misses it. Booker T managing to slip out of the way there, knee to the head of Matt Clark. Clark takes himself to the outside. Booker T waiting for him right there. Winds up the arm. Kick. Takes down Clark. Booker T drives the knee of Matt Clark into the canvas. Booker T moving back in again. Rounds up Clark. He's got the wrist and he's delivering a wicked set of kicks and a clothesline. Booker T goes for the cover. 1, 2, and again another near fall. Matt Clark finding his way out of that pin. Booker T clubbing overhand right. Now Booker T really starting to apply some serious injury to Matt Clark. Clark rounded up again. Booker T all the way up and all the way down comes Matt Clark. And there's the spinneroonie, ladies and gentlemen. Booker T, a treat to watch. Man, wicked kick right there from Booker T. Matt Clark now in some serious trouble at the hands of Booker T. Booker all the way up on the top rope. Here we go. Down he comes and right across Matt Clark. Booker T coming out most aggressively here. Misses with the driving knee. Matt Clark just manages to get out of the way. Clark with Booker T. Head first into the far corner. Clark. Counter. Whoa, did you see that, man? Rebound off the ropes. Clark does it again. And another elbow across the chest of Booker. That was absolutely artful on the part of American Supreme. Clark whips Booker into the far corner. Clothesline. Down comes Booker T. Matt Clark covers. 1, 2. And I do not believe it. Booker T still in the game here. Matt Clark with an overhand right. Whips Booker T to the ropes. Goes behind. Whoa, there's the suplex with a pin and a bridge. 1, 2. Are you kidding me? Booker T absolutely refusing to go down with the ship here. Kick to the midsection. Matt Clark doubled over. And there it is. The axe kick from Booker T. Covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2, and whoa, Matt Clark just about getting out from under that pin. Clark on the outside, Booker T up on the top rope, waiting for Clark to get to his feet. And here we go, look at this, whoa! Cross body from Booker T from 10 feet up. A stomp to the chest of American Supreme, and now we're on the outside with the referee counting again. Clark evades the driving knee. Booker T puts on the brakes but gets taken down with a chop block from American Supreme. Booker T counters back to his feet. Rounds up Matt Clark. Clark counters with a right. Locks up Booker T. Gets him back inside the ring. Booker T looking like he's having some problems. American Supreme makes his way back inside. Booker T takes him down with a clothesline. Booker T now stretching the arm of American Supreme Matt Clark. Matt Clark gathered up by Booker T. Kick to the midsection. Hard overhand right down goes Clark. Clark rolls back into his seat. What a kick from American Supreme. Takes Booker T right back down. The drop kick barely phasing Booker T. Kick to the midsection. And Matt Clark, he's got Booker T all the way up. Powerbomb. And Matt Clark may have used up his last bit of reserves on that one. Booker T struggles to his feet. Matt Clark charges. Oh, look at that. The referee just got in the way there. Booker T hung up over the top rope. Matt Clark covers. 1, 2. Again, Booker T finding his way out of the pin. Matt Clark rounds him up one more time. Collar and elbow tie up. Up we go and slam face first into the canvas. That was devastating. American Supreme all the way up on the top rope, and here we go. Boom! Elbow across the chest, cover, hook the leg. 1, 2, 3, and American Supreme Matt Clark defeats Booker T by pinfall.
The time, 10 minutes, 15 seconds. Your winner, American Supreme, Matt Clark.
Well, hey, how about this? American Supreme Matt Clark coming up a winner in this matchup over Booker T. Gotta be proud of that. You know, American Supreme, he's looking every bit as good as he did 10 years ago. It's amazing.
Indeed, American Supreme Matt Clark prevailing in this non-title singles matchup over Booker T, and he did look indeed amazing. Every bit as good as he did just a decade ago.
El Supremo's looking better than ever. Performing as well as he did 10 years ago. He's a dual champion with Rod Whitley, so his relationship with his cousin is solid.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to put the cap on this week's edition of RWL Rage. As always, we thank all of you for joining us and for supporting RWL. RWL Rage will return next time, but immediately following this edition of Rage will be RWL Ladies Night. It'll be myself, Don Hickson, and Hangman Takes Lynch with the call to the action. We sure hope to see you there. For all of us here at RWL, Don Hickson saying thanks, good night, and we will see you next time at ringside. Good night.